Welcome to Landria Anka on YouTube, here to help you break through those fears, live that awesome life, and connect to what you are. Bring you out of the veil, past the veil, remove the veil, through the veil, whatever way you want to go. Let's get past it and move on to what we were intended to experience here. Challenges, feelings, all of that. We were never intended to suffer. Learning lessons, yes. Are you doing that? So I want to share something with you because something really powerful is happening now. So this is getting to the end of 2017 as of this video. And I have talked to you through this whole progression last couple years about what was happening and changes, and I was feeling it. Now I'm going through this period where we are already there. We're already in the fourth dimension. What does that mean? The planet is raising its frequency. There is fact to this, that there are electromagnetic fields that are changing. The planet is changing. She is raising her frequency. What does that mean? If we are not in alignment with that frequency, we will not exist in this reality with her when she goes up. We will exist on another reality. Why? Because there are endless possibilities. All probabilities are out there that you can bring into your life. That's the good news. The other good news is that you thought I was going to say here's the bad news, right? There isn't any. The other good news is stuff is happening now that is so powerful. And I had visions of this last night. And now, like, you're going to start experiencing things very quickly, and the universe is reacting to you in a way that probably wasn't happening before because the veils are lifting, right? So what's happening is I swear, this is freaky. When I talk to you about manifesting stuff, it actually happens for me. Like, I talked about that trip. Like, if you don't have no money to go on a trip, who knows, somebody will call you, they give you a free trip. Next day, it was the next day or the day after, somebody calls me, unbeknownst to me, and invited me on a awesome cruise, all expenses paid, because somebody canceled on them and they didn't want to go along, and they said, it's all paid for, you just have to come. Right? Every time I'm thinking of something and I'm not attached to it, it's starting to show up. When you're attached to it, the message is usually, I want it, want it, want it, I don't have it, lack. So when you think about it, or this is why I'm talking to you guys about it, I'm not really trying to manifest myself, it's just I do envision it, and sure enough it happens. And this is going on and on and on. So yesterday I shot a video for you guys talking about, or was it this morning probably, signs. I said, if you really want to know, test, oh yeah, it was this morning. Somebody was saying they feel like they don't completely have faith because they have doubt, and other people put logic in their head. And I said, well, that's the whole purpose of you being here, is to break through the logic that hasn't been working. We're trying to shift away from that. So when you hear the logic, don't connect to it anymore. It's not real. It's real for them. It's not effective anymore. So here's what I want to talk to you about. I said, if you really want to know, if you want some proof, ask for a sign. Ask for signs, you'll get them. Ask, and also I did a video on, getting answers through dreams. I'll do another one because that's a really fascinating one. Because I'll share that with you right now too. Ask for signs. Ask for something very specific. And I shared a story about how I asked my dad to use his little nickname for me, which was Missy. He used to call me Missy. And I said, and that's pretty tough. Like, I've never seen that in my entire life. Somebody call me Missy or use the name Missy or have it show up somewhere. I wanted it blatant. I was like picking something really tough for him. Like, okay, it has to be this to let me know you're with me. And the bank manager's awesome, really cool guy who was very young, who would not use that kind of terminology and was super professional with me, said, you got your plate full, Missy, and blew me away. And I was working with my dad's estate, and my dad had passed on, asked for the sign, got the sign. You'll get them over and over and over. Believe them. They're real. I mean, what else do you want these powers to do? It's not always easy for these energies to do certain things, depending on where they are on the other side, what frequency they're tuned into. They use electricity a lot of times, whatever. So I just did this video, and I just went to the grocery store, and the bill on the cash register was 111. $111. Have you ever had that? Have you ever had a bill that was $111 exactly? I've never had that, ever, in my entire life. And I grocery shop a lot. And it was my sign. It was like, we're listening to you. Here's your sign. Stuff is happening, and it is that veil between you and the other side. It is not really another side. We say that, and I use that terminology. It's not another side. It is you. It's flowing through you. It's raising. It's powerful. So are you if you're going along with it. If you're fighting it and you're staying down in that lower dense frequency, you're not believing, you doubt, you go right back into what you were doing before. And I just did a video called If Not Now, When? You've got it. It's here. It's now. It's happening right now. Stuff is showing up right now. I do a video. I go shop 111. I talk about a trip. I get a friend, invites me on a trip. I mean, this is... I thought about those cute velvet tennis shoes that I wanted that were back ordered for 6 months. Within 2 hours, an email didn't say they're in order. They came into inventory. It said that they're shipped, and they showed up the next day. These are not coincidences. And stop telling yourself they are. There is no such thing because everything's intelligent. Everything's intelligent. The universe is intelligent. It is flowing through you. You are that energy. You're speaking to it at all times. You're always manifesting. So whatever's happening in your life right now, you're ordering it. So, you don't like what you see? Knock it off. Redirect that focus and bring that probability into your reality. You can do it very quickly. It's happening right now. Time is speeding up. That's a fact, not a theory. It's here. We're in it. And you're in it because you're on this channel. You're a seeker. You're awakening. You are awakening. I know it doesn't seem like it sometimes, but you are. You're aware. Once you become aware and you're open to it, even though if you still struggle with some of this stuff and you're still trying to get past your self-restricting beliefs and what everybody else has told you, logic. There's logic. What's logic? That's ridiculous. Science, oh, this isn't possible, this is possible, and now a few years later, hey, guess what? That's possible. Are you going to listen to that? No. That's why faith is more powerful than science. Science has to prove stuff. Faith doesn't. And science is catching up with that going, ew. So now we know how these, Buddhist monks are doing some of this stuff. It's quantum physics. We thought it was like trickery. The Buddhist monks go, yeah, we know what this is. Get with the program. I mean, this has been here since the beginning of time. Well, there was no beginning of time. Beginning of time on this planet. Let's just say that. All right, I'm going to do a whole video on dreams and asking for answers. I've done this before, and I'm a lucid dreamer. I'm one of those very fortunate people that has lucid dreams every night, and I remember pretty much all of them. They're pretty crazy, powerful, crazy stuff. I mean, like, sometimes I don't even want to tell anybody because I don't want to scare the crap out of them because you might think that these are things to come, and that's not always the truth. So, interpreting your dreams can be difficult, but they're pretty blatant, right? So I think I shared one with you where my dad was on our lake. I grew up on a lake, driving the boat, and my friend and I got in the water, which was very murky and icky. And there was a cave next to the boat, and there was these huge snakes. My friend had her back to the cave, and I didn't want her to know what was behind her because it was really scary. Like, these were bigger than people, these snakes. And they weren't attacking us, but they were there. And I just slowly pulled her away, and then we went underwater. Same thing, it was very murky, and there's this huge snake. Huge snake going down. Is that my friend? No. And it was getting real close to us, and I took my hand and I gently pushed it away. Now, my dad was in that boat. My dad keeps appearing. He's always either driving me around someplace in a car or directing me someplace, how to get to someplace, or he's in a boat. He's the driver. My dad is basically letting me know he's there for me, and he's helping me get to places. He's contributing to that. It was very cool. I have my protector now. My dad is definitely one of my protectors on the other side, helping guide me. So here's my dad in the boat. So I had that wonderful, loving person that's in the boat. I'm in these murky waters, but I realized, what's the message here? Now, what would you think the message is? The message is, I'm protecting people. I'm no longer afraid. I wasn't afraid of the snakes. Wasn't real happy with them. They no longer represent fear for me. They just represent things that exist, that can be a little scary, and yeah, we don't want to tangle with them, but they really don't threaten me. And I'm with somebody who I know would be freaked out, and that I'm protecting them. And I have dream after dream after dream where I'm protecting somebody else, and I use actually sometimes powers to push off things that are, dark. I've done that quite a few times. My message is, I am a guardian. I'm a protector. I'm guiding people to move past their fears, and this whole channel is getting past your fears, and I'm doing that. And I have help on the other side, and I'm getting these messages in my dreams all the time. You got some help. You're not out there by yourself anymore. I used to be. Now I've got my dad driving me. He keeps showing up. He's driving me around when I get lost. It's just awesome. It's mind-blowing how things will start to come in that you need. So I asked last night, what is the future of this planet as of this moment? Because I know it can change. Now, I wasn't going to share it with you as anything bad. And I got a vision of a beautiful, pristine planet. By the way, I didn't see any people in this. And, but the planet looked beautiful. And I was going over these valleys and mountains. And I was told, world without end. Isn't that from the Bible? You guys, I've never read the Bible. I don't go to church. Isn't it from the Bible, world without end? That's not something I would ever say. And I woke up and I thought, oh, I have to remember that, because that's sort of like a Bible kind of thing. World without end. Cool. World without end. Good news. But we get to determine what that world's history is. And mine may be different to yours, because we may switch into different realities and probabilities. If you don't believe all this stuff, that's cool, fine. At some point you'll be ready for it, because guess what? We got some other big stuff happening too. All right, I'm not going to share some of it, but it's going to be really great for most of you. Some of you, it will scare the crap out of you. So I just want to say there's going to be a lot of, it's already happening, disclosure. People are not tolerating bad behavior anymore. So if you're one of those people that's greedy, lying, or hiding stuff, or blaming other people, or people should give you things and all this stuff, you need to start directing your love and compassion towards yourself first, and then push it outward. Because what's happening, and this is why I'm manifesting so many things, and all these signs are showing up, I'm pushing so much energy out to you guys, and any chance I get, I do it with my coffee. I send light and love and healing and abundance into my coffee before I drink it. My food, any chance I get, I send light and love out to the universe. And guess what? When you give, you're receiving. So it's actually coming back to me, because I'm connected to that. And what more I give, the more stuff is coming to me. So I spend my day giving to people to try and, help them get past their fears, start living beautiful, awesome lives. And people, it doesn't have to be writing a check to somebody. But if you can give $10 to your, food bank or your animal causes or whatever, do it. You can afford $10. Some of you say, no, I can't. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You can find a way to give. And if you can't give money, volunteer your time. Sometimes the best way to help yourself is to help others. And it will come back to you tenfold. And the Bible says that too. Why? Not because, oh, I'll give so I can receive. It's because you're giving of your heart. You're giving love. You're manifesting that there's abundance and love, and that there's prosperity and there's no lack. Because you're feeling wonderful when you do it, not feeling sorry for somebody and going, I don't know, why is this happening, blah, blah. It is. Accept it. It's okay. They're going through their journey. It could be a horrible journey in your viewpoint. That's your opinion. It might be the best thing that ever happened to them. Do you know how many people have said that? Oh my God, I went through the most god-awful, horrible thing. That was my greatest gift. And I'm talking people that have been through some really bad stuff have said to me, it was my greatest gift. I would not have broken through to where I am spiritually had I not gone to that deep, dark place that showed me that I could be so much more. So when you question what's going on out there, I want you to remember that. Send your light and love out to this universe. You are making a huge difference. And the more viewers I get, the more I'm going to send this message. And I hope all of you start doing this every day, as many times a day as you can. Send that light. Just picture light going over the planet, protecting it. Just imagine compassion and love going out to the worst, horrible person, human being. Because you can change that energy. You can send energy, positive energy to them, and they're going to pick up on it because we share that collective consciousness. You are a part of that person. You're just expressing yourself individually, and you may have advantages because you made different choices along the way. You may be a little further ahead, so send them compassion because you were them once. You were the murderer. You were the rapist. You were the whatever. We've all had experience all kinds of horrible things, and maybe you did it centuries ago. But know that they're experiencing some things, and we don't have all the answers. But you're going to start getting signs, and things are going to happen like this. They are for me, because I'm pushing it out, and it's coming back to me. I'm like, I was wishing that for you, and guess what? It was happening for me. Isn't that awesome? Yeah. So now don't start going, oh, let's see, I want $10,000. I'm going to wish it for somebody else to get it. No, can't come from that intention. I'm not even thinking when I do that stuff. I'm actually really wishing it for you. It doesn't even occur to me it's going to come back to me. I'm really hoping I have my mic on. Oh, thank God. Thank God I have my mic on. All right, just your job is to get you completely clean. Clean. I mean, we're talking drop the judgment, drop the anger, drop the, oh, we're spiritual people. You just separated us again. We are not separate from the dark side. We're not separate. Send it light and love. Step away from it. Don't connect to it. Shut it down. Get the stupid gaming off. Get away from that crap unless it's something wonderful. I have one that is like you have to use meditation and breathing to get into like these fantasy kind of places. It's really cool. It's really cool. It teaches you, and you have to calm your brain, and then gates will open and stuff, and you have to sit and pray. It's really, really cool. That's a cool game. You want to go into something, do something like that. It's time. It's time. Step away from the dark side. You've had enough of it. You got it. You've gotten it quite a few times now. A few centuries of this. We're here for a reason. This is the last run here. What is it? 73 cycles, 25,000 years each, 75,000 years. We're at the end of a 25,000 year cycle. This is it, people. It's now or never, because this moment will never be exactly like this again. This is your opportunity. Take it. Take it. It's now or never, because there is no tomorrow. You are whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Open up to that, sending you light, love, peace and abundance, joy, my friend. Namaste.